Greetings, scholars. In this lesson, we will determine if a given number is a multiple of another number. So let's look, for example, is 28 a multiple of 4? Well, think of it like this. If I skip count by 4, will I land on 28? So we're going to go ahead and skip count here. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. So the answer to this question is yes. And also, if you just know that 4 times 7 equals 28, you can just write that down. Let's look at the next one. Is 48 a multiple of 7? So that you're asking yourself, if I skip count by 7s and list the multiples, is 48 one of the multiples? Well, let's see. 7, 14, 21, 28, 35, 42, 49. Well, it goes over it. So the answer to this one is no. Is 48 a multiple of 7? No, because look, it doesn't land on it. It skips right over it. Let's look at the next example. Is 102 a multiple of 6? So for this, 6 is pretty far away from 120. So I'm going to use a strategy called start close and skip count. So I'm going to start at 6 times 10. I know 6 times 10 is 60 because anytime you multiply something by 10, it's the same number with a 0 added to the end. So 6, bring over the 6, and then just bring over that 0. So get a little closer. So start at 10 groups, then 66, 72, that's 11 groups, 12 groups. Another 6 to this is 78, so that's 13 groups. Another 6 to this is, well, what is it? 78, 79, 80, 81, 82, 83, 84. So put our 84 here. That's 14 groups. 90, another 6, 96, another 6, 100, and what would it be? 96, 97, 98, 99, 100, 101, 102. So we started a little closer there, so we didn't have to start. So I labeled this as the 10th multiple because we started at the 10th one. 11th, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th, and it's the 17th. So when you ask yourself, is 102 a multiple of 6? Our answer is yes. And we have the work here to show that. Now let's do this last one. Is 126 a multiple of 8? Well, 8's pretty far from 126, so let's start close again. Let's start at 8 times 11. 8 times 11 is 88. Anytime you times the number 11 by numbers like 1 through 9, it's just that same number twice. So 8 times 11 is 88. 6 times 11 would be 66. 11 times 5, 55, like that. So try to see those patterns. So let's add 8 to this. I'm not as good with my 8s, so it's going to take me a little longer. And that's okay. So we'll do 88, 89, 90, 91, 92, 93, 94, 95, 96. So that's 96 here. Then I'm going to add plus 4, which is 100, plus another 4, which is 104. So instead of doing plus 8, I just did plus 4, and then plus another 4, which is a total of plus 8. And then plus 8 is 112, plus 8 is 120, plus 8 is 128, plus 8, well, it's already past it, but I would do plus 2, which is 130, plus another 6, 136. But, so, if I skip count by 8s, and I started closer, so just write this down as a strategy called start close and skip count on. So start like 8 times 11 and then skip count by 8s from here. So this is the 11th multiple, 12th, 13th, 14th, 15th, 16th. We went up to the 17th and guess what? It did not land on 126. So we know that the answer to is 126 a multiple of 8 is no. And what we're really asking is if we skip count by 8, will we land on 126? Alright, in this lesson you looked at determining if a given number is a multiple of another number.